In Confessions of a Winning Poker Player, Jack King said, "Few players recall big pots they have won, strange as it seems, but every player can remember with remarkable accuracy the outstanding tough beats of his career." Seems true to me, because walking in here I can hardly remember how I built my bankroll, but I can't stop thinking of how I lost it.
Mike.
Thinking about how I lost it. I made a whole video titled Why We Hate Losing, and I break that down from a primal, biological, emotional, and psychological perspective. So we'll break this down using 3 components in psychology. Number 1, emotional learning. 2, negativity bias. And 3, the peak end rule. Now, the peak end rule is our tendency to remember and overemphasize the peak, the best or worst moment, and the last moment, the end result of the entire event. And we neglect all of the data throughout the duration of the experience. This is because our brains are wired to generalize, distort, delete. We can't retain all that information. So through emotional learning, we retain what matters. Emotions simply emphasize the effect a particular experience has on us. It's either good or bad. And the emotional quotient will leave an impression to inform us in the future, inform our decisions to approach or avoid when we experience something similar. So once a trading loss says, "Hey, that was bad, real bad. I hated that." In the future, avoid that. As soon as we feel that in our body, that is when we have established a negativity bias. A negativity bias refers to the tendency to pay more attention and give more importance to negative information or stimuli. We see what can go wrong in a trade rather than actually seeing how it's playing out or what can go right.
Amarillo Slim, the greatest proposition gambler of all time, held to his father's maxim: "You can shear a sheep many times, but skin him only once."
Gotta bet my dads.
Okay, so here you could be reckless like Worm or consistent like Kanesh. This is all about resources, having the patience to let the sheep regrow its wool. That's good business. When I used to buy and sell illicit things, the kind of business contacts I established was with someone who understood the value in repeat business, not snatch and grab one time and disappear for good. So you can play to win today or play to be around tomorrow. I'm not trading to have an up year. I'm trading so that I can still be in the game in 50 years. And this is more about the acquisition of skills and the preservation of capital reserves.
All right, here's the thing. You want to play premium hands. You only start with jacks or better split, 9s or better wired, 3 high cards to a flush. If it's good enough to call, you got to be in there raising, all right? I mean tight, but aggressive. And I do mean aggressive. That's your style, Professor. I mean, you gotta think of it as a war.
Okay, only playing premium hands. Only play premium hands. That's a reminder to me to wait for the A+ setups. If you don't know it or you need the reminder, A+ setups only. Find out the probabilities of your best setup and see how many times it shows up per day. For me, I have found my absolute best setups only show up 3.8 times. The German 3. 8 times. 3.8 times per month. 3.8 times per month. Talk about fucking patience. So I have other strategies that have A+ setups within them because I personally haven't mastered the patience to take 4 trades a month. In truth, I should only be taking 12 trades per month. I'm just not that disciplined yet. I simply adjust my risk for a solid B setup.
Michelle, you got to make strong moves.
Hey, the move was folding. I can't lose what I don't put in the middle.
Oh, Jesus, you know what? Fuck all that, okay? Because we needed that pot. Well, what are we up to?
Two things here. First, tell me you're not the best with technical analysis. Tell me you can't sit on the sidelines and just call moves, or look back at price action and see all the angles. That's Worm. He's not in it, not grinding. He's watching. That's the difference. Great TA doesn't guarantee great trading. The best economists are horrible investors. Second, here Matt Damon's character is so worn out. His physical capital is depleted and it bleeds into his monetary capital. His monetary capital? Just like an athlete, we will not perform our best as traders when we're sick, when we're underslept, when we just experienced a relational loss, whether that's death, a breakup, or a firing. If we don't have the abundance of energy, then we're in a scarcity mindset, plain and simple. Therefore, we scale back or don't trade at all.
That's like seven. With that pot you just dumped on that fucking V-neck sweater, we would have had 10. Look at you. You 1 64-hour session. You need a nap.
I don't have time for a fucking nap.
No, we don't. That's all right. Come on. I know what you need.
Talk to any profitable trader and they value sleep above all. They will make sacrifices for the sake of their sleep. Like, subscribe, and diddle the bell.